Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, hello there, I'm Degen. This is Marvel Heroes All Things Wolverine, where we'll go over Wolverine, all of his powers, his costumes, and a little bit about him. Like, for example, the fact that he is a very fast-paced, close-range melee character who has plenty of ways to heal himself and dish out really fast, close combat damage. And we'll start out with the costumes now. This is Wolverine's default costume. It's his modern yellow costume. Here's the front, here's the back. Next we have his classic brown costume. This is Wolverine's X-Force costume. Changes his eyes to red. Everything's a lot darker. This is the Wolverine 90s X-Men costume. I don't really remember this, maybe from the cartoon a little bit, but I don't know. I think Wolverine in the 90s more wore his brown or his yellow costume. This one doesn't look very familiar to me, but hey, maybe I just missed that storyline. I didn't read them all. This is the leather Fang costume. It's made of leather. It's got some fangs on it. Wolverine's a savage beast. Here's the Wolverine patch costume. It might be a little bit hard to tell with this angle, but he actually is wearing an eye patch. Here's the Wolverine Days of Future Past costume. It's fully equipped with a leather jacket, side pouch for a sidearm, and gray spots. Where are the gray spots? Let's check out those white spots. Yeah, he's getting old. He is actually very old. And finally, unique to the Ultimate Pack is the Wolverine Weapon X costume. To me, this is actually really cool because I had the action figure that is of this costume when I was a kid, and I did lose the helmet, but I like it. It's pretty cool. So be sure to tell me in the comments what your favorite Wolverine costume is, and I will tell you what my favorite Wolverine costume is at the end of the video. Enough blabbing about that though, let's get on to the powers. Alright, we'll start in the Claws skill tree, and first up for abilities we have Quick Slash, which is a basic tower, slash enemies in front of you with Wolverine's claws. It's basic attack, so it goes on your main click. It's going to be your main attack probably for a while, and every time you put points into it, all it does is raise the physical damage. It does have synergies with other basic powers. And here it is, just cut guys up. Exactly what Wolverine is known to do. Directly underneath that on the Claws tree, you get Hack and Slash. This unlocks at level 20. It does physical damage, but also if you defeat the enemy that you're attacking with Hack and Slash, it will cause extra damage around the defeated target, and it will hurt everyone around it. It's pretty good. I actually really like this for attacking groups of just trash mobs. Every time you put points into it, it just ups the damage. I'll show you what it is. If you watch, you'll see a little explosion when the guy dies, and see how now these guys are hurt right here because they were caught in that little explosion. Over here we have Bloody Slash. This actually unlocks at level 10. It does physical damage, it does bleed damage, and it slows the enemy's attack speed. For every point you put in, it will up the bleed damage. So it's basically just a basic attack still, but it bleeds. So see how I hit him once and then he ended up just bleeding out. Underneath that, at level 14, you get Slashing Leap, which leaps to a location, slicing nearby enemies with your claws. It does physical damage, it costs spirit, you can spend Fury, and it will do additional bleed. Every time you put points into it, it'll just up the damage. And this is it, so you actually jump forward, and you slash guys. And it does have a slight AoE range. However, I only have 1 point into it right now, so it's not really good enough to handle these guys. At level 4, you'll get Rending Sweep, which is a little AoE. It's immediately around Wolverine. Every time you put points into it, it will up the physical damage. It does have synergy with Scattering Rend. This is actually the AoE range of it right here, so if you're surrounded by guys, you can go ahead and pop that. And this is exactly what it does. At level 28, you get Scattering Rend, which is very similar to the last one, except this time it has a knockback in it. As you put points into it, it ups the physical damage like so, and it has the exact same AoE range. And this is it. See, this time it just knocks them back as well. At level 2, you get Brutal Slash. This delivers a brutal claw swipe that knocks down an enemy or stuns it if they're already bleeding. It does physical damage. As you put points into it, it will up the debuff duration and the physical damage. This is what it looks like. And this is how it plays out. At level 30, you get I'm the Best There Is, which does massive damage to an enemy that is already injured. But the thing is, you can only use it on enemies that are already below 50% health. As you put points into it, it will also increase the physical damage. Boom, there he goes. Eat it, pal. At level 1, you get Furious Lunge. This gets increased physical damage and knockdown the more points you put into it. It's a charge attack. It knocks him down as you hit him. It does a little bit of damage. More, of course, the more points you put in. And it's a great mobility skill as well. At level 10, you get Feral Growl. And this is a fear. You'll use it. It will fear guys. The more points you put in, or the more fury you spend, the longer the duration will last. At level 26, you get Berserker Fury, where you spend all your fury to enter a berserk state that extends with each enemy defeated. It gives you haste and crit chance per point of fury, and every time you put points into it, those numbers go up, so you get a little bit more haste, a little bit more crit chance. And this is it. It just makes Wolverine go berserk, exactly what it says. You attack faster and you crit more. At level 6, you get Adrenaline Rush, which gives you a haste bonus to movement speed and a dodge bonus. When you pop it, every time you put points into it, the haste and the duration go up. If you spend Fury, you will also increase the duration. This is it. You run really fast with it on, and you have a dodge bonus as well. At level 16, you get Bloody Victory. When you kill an enemy, basically, if you pop this, you can get some health back. Actually, you have to be missing health in order to use it. Heal, hurt me, guys. Yeah, take that damage away. Yeah. Alright, so you kill it, boom, pop it. There you go, you heal a little bit. The more points you put in, the more life you heal. And all that good stuff. At level 22, you get Unleash the Beast. You just hold down the hotkey and you will convert your spirit into fury. You also get a little bit of a defense bonus. As you put points into this, you'll gain more fury for each spirit spent. So you hold down the hotkey and you basically just go Super Saiyan and you charge up that fury if you need fury for a quick fix. And looking at the Weapon X tree, first off, at level 1 you get Healing Factor. This is a mutant ability which heals Logan over time. You regenerate health per minute, and every time you hit an enemy with a basic power, you'll also get a tiny little bit of health back. As you put points in, the health per minute goes up, and every couple of points you put into it, the health per hit will go up. At level 18, you'll be able to unlock Regeneration Boost, which taps into your Healing Factor to regain health. Every time you put points in, the health you regain goes up, as usual. And if you spend Fury, you do gain more health back. You have to be hurt in order to use it, so let's get hurt a little bit. Hurt me more. Hurt me more. And then you pop it. You heal a little bit, of course. It's not very high, so I'm not healing too much. Let me actually end this really quick. And there you go. You heal. And that's that. Heal for spirit. I like it. At level 3, you'll be able to unlock Smell Weakness, where you sniff out your enemy's weakness, rendering them vulnerable to attacks. Every point you put in will grant a greater defense reduction and duration, and the AoE range on this thing is pretty big. And so what it does is it's supposed to just lower their defense when you use it. All enemies around you for that period of time. At level 12, you'll be able to unlock Cage the Beast, where it turns Fury into Spirit, so if you use it, you'll gain Spirit back faster, and it will take some of your Fury away. Every time you put points into it, the Spirit restored will go up. At level 24, you'll unlock Can't Keep Me Down. I think this is a really useful power. It will shake off negative conditions. When you use it, this is what it looks like. So when this guy snares me, if you pop it, it will instantly take you out of the chains. And it works for any effects like that. At level 8, you'll unlock Adamantium Skeleton, which is a passive power, so it doesn't take up a slot. It gives you the ability to resist movement and damage effects, as well as physical and energy defense bonus. Every time you put points into it, the defense goes up and the tenacity goes up, which is the knockback or knockdown resistance. In my opinion, it's a really good passive, and in my main build, I will definitely probably invest a lot of points into this. And finally, the last power in the Weapon X tree is Feral Senses. It's also another passive power, exactly like Spider-Man's. You just put points into this and then you can see enemies on the minimap. So as you can see the red dots up here on the minimap, every time you put points into it, the radius goes up. You probably don't need to put too many points into it. I think 1 is just fine. And that's all. It just reveals the enemies on the minimap, which is very convenient. And finally, that leaves us with his ultimate power, Savage Recovery. Activate this power when low on health or defeated to rise up with renewed ferocity. You'll regenerate a ton of health really fast. You'll have 40% hate to attack speed and movement speed. And you'll have defense penetration. Of course, it's an ultimate power, so it takes 20 minutes cooldown after you use it. I'm going to clear out some of these fellows right here and then try to pop it off. Let's see if I can get this guy to kill me. You can only pop it when you're actually really hurt or dead. I should have just stood in that fire. Kill me. Kill me. Alright, I'll pop it right now. So now I'm fast. Now I'm angry. I'm not gonna lie, I think it's a very underwhelming ultimate power, but it's probably alright. And that was it. It did tear him up. As you can see, I went from really hurt. Didn't even have to use a health pack or anything, and it's still healing me to this second. If you pop it off right, it is pretty amazing, but the fact that you have to be almost dead or whatever to use it is a little bit of a kick to me, but that's what it is. Still a good ultimate. This is the end of the video, and like I said, I'd tell you what my favorite Wolverine costume was. I have a lot. I like them all, to be honest. I really do like the selection of Wolverine costumes. I think I'm going to go with the Future Past, but it's very close with Patch and, to be honest, just classic Brown and the default costume. I really like them all. And the Weapon X costume. I don't know. I can't decide. I think it's really hard. I like all Wolverine's costumes. I think he's amazing. And aside from all that, be sure to let me know in the comments who you'd like to see me work on next. What characters do you want to see? What do you want to see out of me? Let me know. Leave feedback. Tell me how you think I could improve these or whatever. Like, I will take anything. I love listening to all the feedback and all that good stuff. And other than that, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a great day. Thanks a ton for watching. I'm Degen. This is Marvel Heroes. All Things Wolverine. Bye.